in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. "22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance." And off we go from Nashville. More now on the return. And able to get this out to the 25. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 31, Murray. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's Murray. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. They're going for it. Hits Murray. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, they picked up the first down, but I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Chase Edmonds taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cardinals are on the board here first in the season opener. Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Throwing again on second down. Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
A.J. Brown is starting to get a well-deserved reputation as one of the top-flight receivers in the NFL. Went over 1,000 yards in his first 2 years. Makes another strong catch there.
Off play action, Tannehill. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position. They actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 22-yard line. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Being chased out left. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Ryan Tannehill taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. More now to return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. Sheds off the tackle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
First down grab there by Christian Kirk, now in his 4th season with the Arizona Cardinals, and they would like to get the ball to him a little bit more. Just 48 catches last year. Typically, when he catches it, it results in big plays.
That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk There to make the grab. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Prater on to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, he became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Tannehill. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
A first down carry for Henry. Powers through it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Tight defense there on third down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution, because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
Bullock's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Kevin Byard up to make the tackle. 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Murray. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They fake the handoff, now Murray. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. It's fielded at the 45. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And he's going to have the hook up to Izzo. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Now Tannehill. Man open, here's Jones. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Throwing again is Tannehill. He completes it to Jones. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Tannehill staying out there. They're going to go on fourth down. They snap it to Tannehill. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on fourth down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. On play action, it's Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Murray now to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A final shot before half from Murray. Flushed out right. That's Isabella open on the right side. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Second and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And the Cardinals are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Chase Edmonds, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now it's Tannehill. He'll get this complete to Batson. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll run on first down. Henry. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Tannehill's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he gets this down deep inside of Arizona's 15-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. They'll run it again with Henry. Running right through him. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 68 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Titans have made this a 1-score game. So now Tannehill leading his crew to the line to go for 2. The They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the two-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Set to return it. Here's Moore. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw, it's Murray. Zach Ertz has it complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big play there on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Play action. Now it's Murray. He'll air this one out for Kirk. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
After the success they had on the second play of the drive, I think they were trying to recreate it with that pass, weren't they?
Yeah, they were trying to go a little tic-tac-toe, 3 plays and in the end zone.
I like that. Can I just put the X in the middle to block as the defense just did there?
Sure. Good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Play fake. Murray. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Chase Edmonds with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Prater for the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game?
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Cardinals are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd and 6. Murray.
Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Escaping the pressure right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 30.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Caught on the slant. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd? And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Ryan Tannehill. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Titans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 63 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Murray's throw going into the hands of Williams. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Here's Murray. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Throwing now is Murray. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And the Titans are right back in this football game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
And that's complete to Brown. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Here's Tannehill. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. He's got Henry, and he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running from the gun with Henry. Shedding the tackle. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's at the 40. 10. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. Already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Bullet good on the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
To throw is Murray. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
time through the air. 31 yards. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And with 4 seconds remaining, they will call the timeout. So just enough of a cushion there to bring on the field goal unit and try to send this one to the extra session. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And his kick is indeed good. And this game is tied. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll run with Edmonds again. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
First throw of overtime for Murray. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him.
Second and 12. Murray now. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
pass will be incomplete.
This being their second opportunity in overtime, third overall drive, see if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
On first down, it's Henry, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So it all comes down here to the right foot of Randy Bullock. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So it all comes down here to the right foot of Randy Bullock. This to win it in overtime. And off the crossbar, it bounces over. It is good. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that. And